We're getting ready for the upcoming City Council meeting of Tuesday, the 11th day of July, 2017. From Farmers Branch City Hall, this is the 49th edition of Council Countdown on FBTV. Hello again, everyone. I'm Tom Bryson. This is the only scheduled council meeting this month, and during the next few minutes, we're going to go into detail on the upcoming City Council consent agenda and run down other items coming up on the regular agenda at this upcoming meeting. All that and more is coming up next, so stay right there. You're watching Council Countdown only on FBTV.
This month's code reminder is about garage sales and signs. Did you know the city has regulations regarding garage sales and signs? City code states that permits are not required for holding a garage sale. However, only 2 garage sales are permitted per year. Sales may only be held for 3 consecutive days, and signs may only be placed on private property and not in medians, right-of-way, on telephone poles, or in other public areas. Garage sales are not intended to allow for the operation of a business out of the home. Let's work together to keep our neighborhoods safe and beautiful.
Welcome back to Council Countdown on FBTV. I'm Tom Bryson with a look at the Farmers Branch City Council agenda for the upcoming meeting of Tuesday, July 11th, 2017. First up, after ceremonial items and a report on study session, members of the council will consider items placed on the consent portion of the agenda. Consent items are those issues that can be considered with action taken that may not need individual explanation or discussion during the meeting. There are a hefty 10 items on the July 11th consent agenda. Agenda item I-1 is to consider approving the minutes of the regular City Council meeting held on June 21st, 2017, and the special called retreat workshop held on June 23rd, 2017. Item I-2 is to consider accepting a grant donation of $1,500 from Factory Mutual Insurance Company, or FM Global, to the Farmers Branch Fire Department. The Fire Prevention Division of the Farmers Branch Fire Department has received a fire prevention grant in the amount of $1,500 from Factory Mutual Insurance Company. FM Global hopes the additional funding will strengthen fire prevention efforts to ultimately and more effectively prevent fire, the leading cause of property destruction worldwide. During the past 40 years, FM Global has awarded millions of dollars in funding to fire departments and related agencies worldwide. Farmers Branch Fire Department plans on purchasing a new Nikon D570 digital single-lens reflex camera with accessories for fire prevention use to replace an outdated 2005 model. Staff recommends acceptance of this grant. Agenda item I-3 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-084, amending the number of members on the Municipal Drainage System Advisory Committee. During the June 23rd retreat, City Council directed administration to bring forward an amendment to add 1 additional regular member to the Municipal Drainage System Advisory Committee. The City Council will discuss the option to add 1 additional member as an alternate. The committee currently consists of 4 members and 1 City Council ex officio member. Current board requirements are that 1 member be a city resident or HOA representative, 1 member be a community business representative, 1 member be a representative of the construction and development industry, 1 member who is the Valwood Improvement Authority Director, and 1 member of the City Council acting in an ex officio non-voting capacity. Now, the resolution proposes that the Municipal System Drainage Advisory Committee would be amended to add 1 member to be a representative of the community and 1 alternate member to be a resident of the community. Agenda item I-4 is to consider approving ordinance number 3453, amending the number of members on the Animal Shelter Advisory Committee. Again, during the June 23rd retreat, City Council directed administration to bring forward an amendment to add 1 additional regular member to the Animal Shelter Advisory Committee. As proposed in ordinance number 3453, the Animal Shelter Advisory Committee would be amended to increase the board to 8 members, including 1 licensed veterinarian, 1 city official, 1 member whose duties include animal shelter operations, 1 member who is a representative from an animal welfare organization, and 4 members who are residents of Farmers Branch. That's up from 3. Item I-5 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-078, authorizing the transfer of a SolarTech dynamic message board trailer to the city through a Homeland Security Program property transfer from the city of Richardson. To ensure that the City of Farmers Branch is able to effectively respond to a severe weather event or other adverse incident, the city is part of the Public Works Emergency Response Team comprised of 51 local cities. This Public Works Emergency Response Team working group allows mutual aid between the cities in the form of equipment and personnel in the event of an incident to facilitate a quicker recovery. Each year, the Public Works Emergency Response Team applies for funding through the Homeland Security Grant Program in order to build up an inventory of equipment for the participating cities to use during a response. When purchased with grant money, this equipment is positioned around the region in cache locations to allow for quicker arrival time to cities in need. Now, the City of Farmers Branch was chosen as a cache location for Public Works Emergency Response Team equipment, along with 10 other locations in the region that include Allen, Ellis County, Weatherford, Tarrant County, Grand Prairie, Carrollton, Rowlett, Haltom City, Lancaster, and Richland Hills. A typical equipment cache includes a SolarTech dynamic message board, a Magnum mobile light tower, and a portable generator. The City of Farmers Branch is currently receiving its first piece of equipment, that is the SolarTech dynamic message board trailer that was acquired by expenditure of the 2016 State Homeland Security grant funds awarded to the City of Richardson. Now, the City of Richardson is transferring this piece of equipment to the City of Farmers Branch. As grant money is awarded in the coming grant years, the City of Farmers Branch will receive a Magnum mobile light tower and a portable generator. While the message board is positioned within the City of Farmers Branch, the city can use it for its daily operations to include planned events, maintenance work, and emergencies. If the Public Works Emergency Response Team is activated due to a disaster or adverse incident in the region, and a call for the dynamic message board is issued, the City of Farmers Branch will offer the message board to the city in need if Farmers Branch is able to do so. There is no purchase cost for the transfer and acceptance of this equipment, as the message board has been paid for in full by the 2016 Homeland Security grant funding at a cost of $17,405. No new staffing is required with this purchase, as the message board will be housed at the service center and utilized by Public Works as needed. City administration recommends adopting resolution number 2017-078. Agenda item I-6 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-052, authorizing an agreement for developer assumption of Texas Department of Transportation Advance Funding Agreement project with CADG Mercer Crossing Holdings, LLC, regarding U-turn lanes on Interstate 635 Service Road east of Luna Road. On February 14th, the City Council approved resolution number 2017-028, providing for the establishment of the Mercer Crossing Public Improvement District in accordance with a petition request from a property owner representing greater than 50% of the property within the requested district. The developer, CADG Mercer Crossing Holdings, has requested public improvements associated with the development of the property. They're requesting a U-turn on the east and westbound frontage road along LBJ located 2,950 feet east of Luna Road. The developer's construction agreement sets forth provisions for public improvements associated with development of the property that were stated in the original Mercer Crossing Public Improvement District. All funding for the construction will be provided by the developer. The provision is to have the east and westbound U-turns along LBJ Service Road requires Texas Department of Transportation approval. In order to construct the improvements, a developer is given the option to advance the funds for construction in the amount of $738,108. This is a companion item to the local project advance funding agreement with TxDOT coming up on this agenda. City administration recommends approving resolution number 2017-052. And look, agenda item I-7 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-038, approving a local transportation advance funding agreement with the Texas Department of Transportation for the construction of one-lane U-turns under Interstate 635 east of Luna Road. On October 15, 2001, a master funding agreement with the Texas Department of Transportation was approved with the city. The master funding agreement was not project-specific and did not obligate funds on the part of either TxDOT or the City of Farmers Branch. Instead, the master agreement included the details of the responsibilities of both TxDOT and the local government for administering future projects. After execution of a master agreement, in order to initiate a project, TxDOT and the local government must execute a local project advance funding agreement. As stated in the earlier agenda item, the Westside developer has requested a U-turn along the eastbound and westbound frontage roads of LBJ, approximately 2,950 feet east of Luna Road. The total project cost is expected to be $738,108, which will be provided by the developer. The City of Farmers Branch will administer the project, and there will be no reimbursement by TxDOT. However, TxDOT does require the full amount of the project's costs in advance. These funds will be provided by the developer. City administration recommends approving resolution number 2017-038. Agenda item I-8 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-083, authorizing approval of the First Amendment to the Dallas County Capital Improvement Project funding agreement with Dallas County relative to the West Side Trail project. In May of 2016, the city and Dallas County entered into a capital improvement project funding agreement to construct a multimodal trail facility in accordance with the city's West Side Trail project. The city was designated as the lead agency. As planning proceeded, it was determined by the county and the city staffs that the project could proceed more efficiently if the city were to serve as lead agency. City administration recommends a funding agreement between the city and the county be amended. Agenda item I-9 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-077, abandoning a street easement known as Knights Bridge Road north of Interstate 635, south of Farmers Branch Creek, and just west of the railroad tracks. The City of Farmers Branch has been petitioned to abandon a portion of the right-of-way for Knights Bridge Road north of LBJ, south of Farmers Branch Creek, and just west of the railroad tracks at the city limits. The right-of-way requested to be abandoned was dedicated by plat as recorded in Dallas County plat records. The Public Works Department has determined that this portion of Knightsbridge Road is not needed now, nor will be in the future. The roadway has been rerouted so that it will not be constructed in this area. The developer is pursuing the release of the right-of-way as part of a proposed warehouse development in the overall West Side Development Project. Upon approval of this resolution, the city manager will execute and deliver a release and quitclaim of easement to be recorded by the property owner, affecting a full release of the city's rights to the easement. City administration recommends approval of resolution number 2017-077. And finally, on the consent agenda, item I-10 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-079, authorizing the city manager to execute an interlocal cooperative buy-board agreement with Groves Electrical Service for the purchase and installation of 2 generators at the Farmers Branch Aquatic Center. Since the 2015 Aquatic Center opening, there have been issues with power outages for extended periods of time, resulting in both indoor and outdoor aquatics facilities having to close, followed by a delay in reopening after the power returns due to pool chemical imbalance. Power outage also led to equipment damage as flooding occurred in the outdoor equipment area when sump pumps were not able to operate and remove water. To minimize the impact, staff researched and evaluated the installation of generators to power both outdoor aquatics area and the indoor pool during outages. A plan was developed to have 1 generator for the outdoor aquatics area and 1 generator for the indoor pool facility. The City of Farmers Branch requested a quotation from the Buy-Board Purchasing Cooperative, that is. City administration evaluated the quote based on specifications and desires to award the purchase and installation of the 2 generators to Groves Electrical Service. The funding for the generator project is coming from the remaining balance in the Aquatic Center Capital Improvement Program Fund, with a current balance of $214,612. The remaining funds of $14,862 will be used for construction of a concrete pad and a fencing of block walls for the generators. City administration recommends approval of resolution number 2017-079. And that was it for the consent agenda. Here are the other items on the regular session before the council at this upcoming meeting. There are a total of 5 public hearings. Agenda item J1 is a public hearing to consider adopting ordinance number 3447 for a specific use permit for a hotel located at 1520 Mar-a-Lago Boulevard. Item J2 is a public hearing to consider ordinance number 3448 for a specific use permit for the construction of a detached accessory structure exceeding 120 square feet located at 14430 Tanglewood Drive. Item J3 is a public hearing to consider adopting ordinance number 3450 for a specific use permit for vehicle sales and vehicle repair at 13830 Stemmons Freeway, Suite 100. Agenda item J4 is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3451 for a specific use permit for a research laboratory at 1501 LBJ Freeway, Suite 100. And item J5 is also a public hearing, this one to consider adopting ordinance number 3452 for a specific use permit for off-premise wine sales located at 13612 Midway Road. That's it for public hearings. Rounding out this hefty agenda are 5 items on the regular section. Item K1 is to consider annual boards and commission appointments. Item K2 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-076, authorizing a unit price contract with Reynolds Asphalt and Construction Company for the recycling and resurfacing of asphalt streets project through a cooperative purchasing interlocal agreement with the City of Grand Prairie. Item K3 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-080 for a detailed site plan for a townhome development at 13145 Hutton Drive. Agenda item K4 is to consider adopting resolution number 2017-081 for a detailed site plan for a 33.3 acre tract located west of Luna Road and north of Whittington Place. And lastly, agenda item K5 is to consider approving resolution number 2017-082 denying Encore Electric Delivery Company's application to change rates, that is, within the City of Farmers Branch. In addition, the council may recess into closed session, but will then reconvene into regular session to take any necessary action. And that will do it for the July 11th agenda. Every regular meeting of the Farmers Branch City Council can be seen live here on FBTV, that is Spectrum Channel 16 in Farmers Branch, AT&T UVerse Channel 99 throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, or online at www.farmersbranchtx.gov. This City Council information program will be made available simultaneous to agenda posting on the Friday before each regular City Council meeting and will air prior to the live meetings as well as before all council meeting replays here on FBTV. That replay schedule is at 6 p.m. 7 days a week. In the meantime, the July 11th meeting of the City Council starts at 6 p.m. Tuesday evening here at Farmers Branch City Hall. We hope to see you here. Until then, for everyone here in the studio, I'm Tom Bryson. You're watching continuing coverage of the Farmers Branch City Council on FBTV. Please stay with us.